Michael Feggans.
Hey, everybody! Sorry for the delay. Right now, all of the winning team is actually up here in Richmond right now for our training. Right now, we're having we're at Top Golf after a hard day of training, learning about the processes. We're actually getting a chance to really enjoy our few moments. Um, so right now, I want to make sure to thank everyone for Sister District. And I've said it before, I said it again. Our campaign would not be where it is, would not have won without your support, the early money, the postcards. And, I really want to speak to the postcards for a little bit. So many people are like, oh, postcards don't work. Postcards, it's just a way to get volunteers to feel like they're engaged. So many times when I was when we were at the polls, we had people come to them saying, hey, thank you for your team writing postcards. And I know y'all wrote almost 4,000 or 5,000 postcards from the teams across the country for Sister District. So the postcards really meant a lot. And then especially on election day, as I was out at one of my polls on about 4 o'clock on election day, we had individuals coming up to us and saying, hey, your team just called us and reminded us to come out and vote. And I was wondering, I was like, because I knew my team was spread out, but what they were saying was Sister District. I didn't realize that there was a phone bank running on election day, calling people saying, get out to vote. And those last minute votes really made the difference. We knew that if we were able to flip the House of Delegates, that and be able to take back, it was going to be within our seat. And y'all really did it. It means so much to me right now. After 19 months on the campaign trail, after traveling across the country, getting to do events in Chicago and California and all across the Commonwealth, that y'all were there from the start and really made the difference in our race. And you made the difference in not just in the 80,000 people who represent House District 97. You made a difference for almost 8 million people who live in the Commonwealth, who now have, that we've ensured that we'll have reproductive freedom, that we've ensured that we're going to have the ability to have to pay our teachers and our education support staff the wages that they deserve, that we're going to be taking care of our veterans, and that we have a great opportunity to make sure that we're going to be protecting our community with common sense gun legislation. So from the bottom of my heart, from everyone here, we have about 25 of the candidates who have won on the Democratic side here right now, just getting a chance to really celebrate here in Virginia, here in Richmond, getting a chance to learn about each other, getting a chance to meet, learn about what it's going to take to really put in that comprehensive legislation. And we know that we wouldn't be here without the support of Sister District. So thank you to Sean. Thank you to everyone who knocked the door, who came out here, who supported us, and who made this victory possible. So I just want to say thank you again for the support. And we know that the Commonwealth, and not just the Commonwealth, but the whole entire country is in a better place because we send a strong signal to the rest of the country that we're ready for 24, that we're ready to take back the House of Representatives, and that we're ready to reelect President Biden. And it all started here in Virginia. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Delegate-elect. We will not hold you from your colleagues forging those relationships that we know are going to serve you so well in the House of Delegates. It was truly a remarkable journey. I cannot thank you enough for the sacrifices that you have made to step forward and run. Without courageous leaders like you stepping forward, we can't organize. And so I cannot thank you enough, Delegate, and good luck. And obviously we'll be watching from afar, and I'm sure we'll never be far from our phones or not be in touch.
No, thank you. And I have about a few more minutes. Were there any questions, Sean, before I left? Were there any questions in the chat or anything like that? Just want to make sure, y'all have done so much for me. The least I can do is make sure to acknowledge the hard work and dedication that y'all have done, for my race and for the 8 other individuals. I know we wanted to make sure that we, I wish we could have got Nimhard on. I wish we could have got Kim on. But the fact that, just an hour ago, I got to shake the hand of Governor Youngkin. And it was good because I got to shake his hand and look him in the eye and let him know that we were the reason why his agenda will not be happening. We were all in the room And we know that we were the reason that his presidential aspirations ended. And it's really because of what Sister District and so many other partners did. So so tonight was a great feeling. Don Scott is in the other room right now. We know in a few weeks he's going to be sworn in as the first Black Speaker of the House in Virginia after 400-year history. So much history has happened here in Virginia, and I can't thank y'all for enough for what y'all did on the ground, on the digital waves, and with your postcards and on the phone. So thank y'all again.
Of course. There's just a ton. I'm digging through the love and the affirmation that folks are giving you in the Q&A. I guess the one big question is, what issue are you the most excited about working on in the legislature?
So of course, so as a freshman, I'm not going to be able to carry like the huge big bills. We know that education, getting ready to enshrine reproductive rights is going to be paramount for us. But as a freshman, one of the big bills that I'm looking forward to being able to carry is going to be making sure that we're protecting our veterans, and really also in terms of our small businesses. I'm going to get the chance to really build some bridges. It's bipartisan work, but it's really going to be speaking to a lot of minority businesses. There's a bill we're looking at being able to bring back the Virginia Minority Business Council. That's something that's been gone, and that's something as a small business owner, as a minority business owner, that I'm looking forward to being a champion. And those are just a few of the issues. There's so many issues. And we know that we have to work with. At the end of the day, we don't have the governor's mansion, and so a lot of the next 2 years, and we let our constituents know, this election was really about just holding the line until 25. And we know you're going to be here in 2 years when we run for re-election, when we're trying to retake the governor's mansion. So there's going to have to be some bipartisanship, but there's areas that we know that there's lines in the sand, especially when we're talking about reproductive freedom, especially with fully funding our schools, that we're going to put our foot down and say, hey, here are our bills. Go ahead and veto them if you want to. And because we know you're going to have to be a lame duck governor for the next 2 years, and you don't want your agenda being passing no bills for the next 2 years. And so he's going to have to work with us. But it was a good feeling tonight to be in the governor's mansion, to look him in the eye, let him know that my seat was the one that stopped his agenda for the next 2 years. So.